Okay, so the flow for today is definitely going to be a good bit of a hip opener here. We are taking this toward 8-angle or Astavakrasana. Don't worry about it if you don't remember what the pose is. I'll go through a long demonstration once we get to that point at the very end of the class. It is an arm balance. Takes a lot of opening to the inner thighs, definitely getting into the hamstrings as well, so keep that in mind. I do have two demonstrations before we begin, however. So once we get into the main part of the flow, when we begin the sequence, you're going to come into a downward facing dog and bring one leg up and go back and forth a little bit, but eventually you're going to bring this forward, step your foot to the center of the mat, bring the second foot down in line with the first, and then let's take this back and forth, hopping and clapping the feet. Now when you set this up, I want you to press your palms into the floor, dig your fingertips down, stack your shoulders with the rest of the arms, stay vertical, and just look straight down. And look at the feet, because I'm going to keep my hips high in the air regardless. I want you to just press down, hop, clap your feet. You don't have to take it up that high, but just land on your toes, come down light as best you can. Press into your hands when you hop. If you want to make this more of an inversion, then hop up, clap, and still land this as light as you can. We're going to take it back and forth like that 3 times, and that's how we're starting each sequence here. And then we'll move into a standing balance actually from that point. And then at the end of the flow, we're going to bring this into the front of the mat. I'm going to cue this to the crow first, but then take this into flying lizard. And flying lizard, because it's an excellent sort of prep to come into that 8-angle pose, because it's going to force you to engage the inner thigh on one of your legs. Now, initially, we'll just come into crow. And if crow is just where you're going to have to take this to, that's fine. You just stay there. But as usual, you're going to set your palms down and be in a forward fold. Dig your fingertips into the fold. Lift your heels and bring the knees to touch your arms. Look forward, lean forward, just go slow. And then lean so that your feet lift up together, toes to touch, heels toward your seat. Keep gripping with your fingers. Just keep that weight forward and hold. And then I'll bring my feet down right away and come into that flying lizard shape from here. So for that, this is basically just an uncomfortable variation of crow. So you're going to wrap one of your legs around one of your arms. So my left leg is going around my left arm, left foot between my hands from the front. Be sure you get both palms down. And then my right comes to the right arm from behind. Now, before you do anything else here, you're going to lift that front first and squeeze the arm that's wrapping around. So keep that leg active. And then look forward, lean forward, just like crow, to lift the back foot. Once that foot comes up, you can hold here, and this is good enough all by itself. Just keep that front leg active. That's what we're after here. This will help you for head angle. And then to take things further, if you want, you can extend your back leg all the way back. Just keep your elbow pulled in. And then move to the Vinyasa from here. Now, you kind of just got to set everything down, go into plank. If you want to take the transition, this is pretty difficult, but you can pull that back leg in, unthread the front leg, just bring it into crow. And if you like, hop it back to chaturanga. It's taken me quite a while to actually get that transition down at all, and it is very intense. But if you're further along, it's something else to work toward here. And if you don't quite get all the way attempting it, that's kind of how you got to chip into it anyway. So just work things as best you can and see how far you want to go with all this. And again, right from there, we'll just take it through the vinyasa and move to the next part of the flow. So just work things as best you can. So all that said, let's go ahead and start this on our backs. So go ahead and bring yourself all the way down. And we are going to start this in Baddha Konasana today. Or Supta Baddha Konasana, I should say, since you're down. So that's soles of feet together, knees out wide. And how you set this up exactly really depends on you. Now, if your hips are really open and your knees are close to the floor, maybe pull the heels in closer, maybe have the feet further out. But if your hips are a bit tighter the way mine are, with the knees lifted more than a couple inches, I recommend sliding your feet away from your pelvis and making a longer diamond shape with your legs. Now, wherever you take this to, just keep the feet together, let your knees settle toward the floor, relax around the hips as best you can. Let your low back take its natural arch. And you can set your arms however you like. You can reach out to the sides, you can reach past your head. If your hips are tight, I recommend just resting your palms on your inner thighs. But just let your shoulders sink down, let your chest open up. And go ahead and close your eyes here. So just take a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can, fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe here. And just keep breathing, let this to begin. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. And just go slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then with the exhale, just reach your arms forward, hands between your thighs somewhere. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms forward again. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms forward. Inhale, reach past your head. And then with the exhale this time, bring the arms forward but curl up as well. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, just stay lifted. Now belly pulled in, low back down. And if the feet were further forward, probably pull your heels in a little bit closer. Keep your low back on the floor. And then go back and forth from here. With your next inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl forward, stretch through your fingertips. Inhale, roll this out long. Exhale, curl forward again. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl this forward. Inhale, roll out long. And then with the exhale, curl and reach past your right knee. Inhale, roll this out. And then with the exhale, curl to the left side this time. Inhale, roll that long. Exhale, curl right again. Inhale, roll that. Exhale, curl this left. Inhale, roll that long. Exhale, curl right. Inhale, roll this out. And then with the exhale, curl left again. Inhale, roll out long. Now with the exhale this time, just curl back to center. Stay lifted. Belly pulled in, low back down. Keep looking forward, stretch to your fingertips. And as you hold this, keep the feet together, but lift your feet up off the floor. Take hold of your big toes. And just pull in close. Now as you draw this in, bring the elbows in around your ribs. Go ahead, relax your head for a moment. And just feel that stretch. Keep your feet pressing together. Keep your knees out wide. And then go ahead, lift your head, lift your shoulders. Keep that grip, look forward. And then keep holding on to the right big toe. Pull that right elbow in. But release your left foot and just bring the outside edge of the foot to the floor like a half Astavakrasana. Left arm reaches forward. Look forward down the length of your left arm. And keep that right knee out to the side. You're going to pulse this reaching forward with that left hand on my count. So from here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift the left foot, take hold of the left hand. Now keep the right arm reaching, but release the right foot. Bring the outside edge of the foot to the floor. So that leg's in half Astavakrasana. Right arm forward, left knee out to the side. Keep looking forward. And then pulse reaching further through that right hand. On my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then set your left foot down. With your next inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then just keep reaching. Bring your shoulders down. Set your feet flat on the floor, knees up high. And then just go and twist lightly here. Fold your knees over to the right and then over to the left. And just take this back and forth and let your hips loosen up. Let your body just twist back and forth, just lightly. And then the next time you bring your knees down to the right side, keep them down. So press your legs into the floor, bring your gaze over to the left. And then just press down, try to lift that right hip up off the mat and just hold. And then let that go. Bring your knees through center over to your left side. Look over to the right. And then press down. Work to lift your left hip up off the floor this time and just keep that twist. And then go and set that down. Now bring your knees back up to center. Arms are still reaching. Bring your legs back into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And with your feet together, slide the heels in close enough that you can start this with your low back basically flat. We're going to take this to a variation of bridge. Now keep your arms reaching past your head and now tense things up. So press the backs of the hands down, spread your fingers wide. Keep your shoulders pressing to the floor. Knees out wide, keep your gaze up high. We're going to go up and down like this. So with an inhale, press in your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, press the hips high. And then exhale, lower. Now inhale, lift up one more time, hold here. Now keep the glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, keep pressing the shoulders into the floor. And with your feet together, hips still high, try to pull the knees out wider. Just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, roll this back down. Now once you come down, just keep the knees wide like this. Bring the arms down to your sides, but bend the elbows. So elbows to the floor, forearms vertical. Make your hands into fists. Now keep the fists clenched and your elbows pressing down. Now I want to keep the legs more or less in this diamond shape, but we're going to take this to one side and then the other. So I want you to set your right foot flat, keep it at the center of the mat. And then the left foot, press the sole of the foot to your right ankle from inside. The left knee stays down. And so keep the knees wide like this, a little bit of a twist, and we'll take it up and down. So with an inhale, press into the floor, lift your hips up high. And then exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time and hold here. Now again, keep your glutes squeezing, keep lifting, keep the fist clenched. And as you're pressing your hips up, try to pull that left knee down to the floor and just breathe. Take an inhale. With the exhale, come back down. Now once you're down, just keep the arms as they are and take your feet the other way. Set your left foot flat. And then bring the right knee down to the floor with the right foot pressing to the inner left ankle. Now with that little bit of twist, let's take it up on this side. So with an inhale, press your hips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up one more time and hold here. Now keep the fist clenched, keep your glutes squeezing. And as you push to that left foot, try to pull the right knee down toward the floor. Breathe here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it all down. Once you're down, bring your knees to your chest, bring your hands to your knees. Just squeeze everything tight. And you can pull the knees wide, maybe rock a little bit side to side, but just breathe with this for a moment. And then if you're moving side to side, just come back into center. And back into Baddha Konasana. So reach your arms between your legs. Take hold of your big toes again. Soles, feet together, knees out wide. Lift your head, lift your shoulders. And keep your head and shoulders lifted. Keep your spine curled. Lift your tailbone up off the floor. Now as you hold this, keep your knees out wide. Keep that rounding in your spine or you're going to get stuck. Because we're going to roll this back and forth. So bring the weight back toward the shoulders. And then toward your tailbone. And just keep moving back and forth like this. And just work it as best you can. And then once you've gone back and forth about 4 or 5 times, I want you to bring this up to balancing here. So come up onto your sit bones, ideally with the feet still up off the floor. You can always lean back to lift them up. But pull the heels in close, knees out wide, bring the elbows around your waist and just stay balanced here. Press your low back forward, keep your spine tall. And then as you hold this, just start to lift both feet, maybe a little bit, maybe extend the legs a bit higher. Keep your balance, bring the feet back together, back to center. Try to keep your torso upright the whole time. And then again, go ahead and start to extend the legs, still sit this up tall. And then come back into center, touch the soles of the feet. And then one more time, lift back up, just take it the way you can. Keep your balance, try to stay tall through your spine, press your low back forward, keep your gaze forward. And then the hard part here is you're going to try to hold this position, but very gradually release your grip. And just keep your balance, hold here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, find all fours. Once you come into all fours, give yourself a moment, move around, stretch your hands. Stretch the fingers with the shoulders and hips, move side to side and just feel things out. Notice where you loosen, where you tight. And then from all fours, let's take this into the wrists. So wrists meet the shoulders and knees meet the hips to set this up. Palms down. One by one, rotate your hands. Fingertips out to the side and then in toward your knees. Take this as far as you can. And set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor. And to start to feel that stretch, let it move through the wrists. And you can sway the shoulders side to side if you like, but keep gripping. And then bring this into center. Now start to switch position back and forth here. Rotate that right hand in towards center as far as you can go. Left hand towards center as well. And then again with the right hand out to the side and left hand out to the side. And just keep on taking it back and forth like this. Now you can go faster, go slow, but be deliberate here. Each time you reset your hand, spread the fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down, try to straighten your arm, at least briefly. And then the next time you rotate both hands, fingertips out to the side toward your knees, hold that position again. Now keep the hands flat, keep your fingertips digging down, press your spine up toward the ceiling. Now if you can take this further, maybe walk your knees back a couple more inches, but keep your palms flat on the floor. Now hold on to this, keep that grip, keep your spine lifted. If you can take this even further, just step your left foot straight back, come on to the big toe. And then keep that leg straight, but bring that left heel down to the floor and feel a little bit of a twist to the left side. Keep that grip. And then go bring your left knee down, step it down, and bring it down next to the right. And then step your right foot straight back, big toe to the floor. Keep that right leg straight and roll the heel down to the mat. And just feel that bit of a twist to the right side. Keep gripping the floor with your fingers. And then go ahead and come back to center, bring the right knee down. And then come up onto the fingertips and walk your hands in right in front of your knees within about one hand's length. Now flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, the fingertips pointing toward you. And with the hands this close, you can keep most of the weight on the legs. Maybe lean further forward onto the hands if you want more intensity here. But spread the fingers out wide, keep your fingertips pressing down, try to straighten your arms as best you can and keep your spine lifted. And then from here, like before, go ahead and rotate one hand at a time. Rotate that right hand, fingertips in towards center as far as you can go. Left hand towards center as well. And then right hand, rotate the fingers out to the side, and left hand out to the side. And then just keep on switching side to side, one hand at a time. Now as you're rotating and changing the position here, again, pay attention to what you're doing. Each time you reset the hand, spread the fingers wide, press the fingertips down. Try to straighten your arm at least briefly. And then the next time you end up with both hands rotated out to the sides, hold that position. So again, fingers spread wide, fingertips pressing down. Try to press your spine toward the ceiling. Keep the arms as straight as you can. Maybe even slide the wrists in toward each other. Maybe they'll touch. Now you can just hold here or maybe sway a little bit side to side. Just take it as far as you need to. You may not have to add anything here to feel a pretty good stretch. But keep the hands active. Keep your fingertips pressing down and just breathe. And then when you're ready from here, go ahead and release this. Come up onto the fingertips, down to sitting on your heels. And then just take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now once the hands are ready, come back to all fours, and we're going to take this further into the hips. So from all fours, take this into a lopsided setup from here. So bring the right forearm down to the floor, but stay on your left hand. Now right elbow to the side, bring that right hand to center, that forearm is diagonal. Slide your left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep that elbow pulled in. Now just keep your chest facing down, look down at the mat, put the weight to the right knee, hover the left, and keep your left knee bent. Now left knee out to the side high as you can lift, and keep it lifted, keep your toes pointed left, and just hold here. Now with an inhale, extend your left leg straight back. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to shoulder, pulled and close. Inhale the left leg back again. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder again. Inhale the left leg back. Now exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Keep it pulled in like this. And then pivot from the left hip. Bring the big toe down to the floor. Try to keep the knee in place. Pivot from the hip and lift the foot. Pivot from the hip, bring the big toe down. Pivot from the hip to lift. Pivot from the hip, big toe to the floor. Pivot from the hip to lift. And then step your left foot down. Try to step it down past your left hand. And you can always walk that left foot forward. Now keep the right forearm on the floor and bring the left arm underneath your left thigh. Once you find that position, lift your left hand, make it into a fist, and then start to lean right. Now press that left arm up into your left leg. See about just lifting the heel. Maybe just stay here. If you can open further, keep pressing up. Lift that left knee up as high as you can. And then just with control, lower the big toe to the floor. And then use that left arm, press that left knee up high again. And then touch the big toe back down to the floor. One more time, press that left knee up high. And then one more time, bring that big toe down. And then just release and come into all fours. And then from here, we'll take it down onto the other side. So when you're ready, bring it down onto your left forearm and stay on your right hand this time. Left elbow to the side, left hand moves into center. That forearm's diagonal. Now slide your right hand back, stack the elbow directly over the wrist, and keep the elbow pulled in. Keep your chest facing down. Put the weight to the left knee, hover your right knee, and keep it bent. And then right knee to the side, high as you can lift. Keep the toes pointed right and hold here. Now with an inhale, extend your right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder, pulled and close. Inhale the right leg back again. Exhale, knee to right shoulder. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder again. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Hold it here, keep it close. Now just move from the hip. So pivot from the hip, touch the big toe down to the floor. Pivot from the hip, lift the foot, try to keep the knee in place. Pivot from the hip, bring the big toe down. Pivot from the hip and lift. Pivot from the hip, big toe to the floor. Pivot from the hip, lift one more time. And then step your left foot down, try to get it past your left hand. You can always walk it forward if you need to. But get the right arm underneath the right leg. I'm screwing up my left and right, my apologies here. Anyway, right arm underneath the right leg, left forearm stays down. Now lift your right hand and make that hand into a fist. Now start to lean left, and then see about pressing up and at least lift the right heel. Now if you're able to take this further, press that right knee up as high as you can, open up to the side. And then with control, just dip the big toe down. Press the right knee up high again, use your right arm. And then bring the big toe back down. One more time, use that right arm, press the knee up high. One more time, bring the big toe down, and then release, come down to all fours. And from all fours, give yourself a moment here to move around. All right, then one more thing before we move on. I want to take this into a modified side plank. So this time, the right side is going to be a base. Just step the left foot behind the right and bring the left hand to your left hip. Now just give yourself a moment to feel this out. Grip the floor with the right hand, kick into the right foot. And then once everything's stacked and once you feel your balance, lift the left foot up off the floor. Go ahead, reach your left arm high, and if you want to move, reach that left arm past your head. Now we'll take it back and forth from here, so take an inhale. And then with the exhale, squeeze in elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee again. Inhale, reach. Now exhale, elbow to knee one more time. Stay here. And then with your left hand, take hold of your left big toe. Now, once you've got the big toe, pull that left knee up toward the ceiling. Stay open to your left side. Keep pressing to the right hand and kicking to your right foot. And then with control, use the left hand, lower the toes down to the floor, and then pull back up and bring that left knee high. Again, lower the toes down toward the floor, and then pull the knee up high again. One more time, lower the toes to the floor. One more time, lift and bring the knee up high. And if you want to take it further, maybe work to extend that left leg toward the ceiling. Just take this to where you can. Not the most comfortable position, I know. When you're ready, release this. Bring this down to all fours. And then from all fours, just move around. Or maybe it is comfortable for you here. I don't know. Work it as best you can at any rate. I want to take all that on the other side. So again, modified side plank. Left side's the base this time. Step the right foot behind the left. And bring the right hand to your right hip. And just stack everything open to the right. Right shoulder and right hip high. Grip the floor with your left hand, kick with the left foot. And then see about lifting that right foot up off the floor. And then you can reach your right arm high, but if you're going to move, reach that right arm past your head. Now go back and forth from here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, squeeze this in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Now inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee one more time. And then with your right hand, take hold of the right big toe. And then pull up and try to bring that knee up as high as you can. Stay open to the right. Now use your right hand and just go slow. Guide the toes down to the floor. And then pull back up and lift the knee. Again, guide the toes down to the floor. Pull back up and lift the knee. One more time. Guide the toes down to the floor. Pull back up, lift the knee, stay open. And maybe extend that right leg high if you want to go further. Take an inhale. And with exhale, release. Come back to all fours. And then once you come back down, just give yourself a moment, move around. I recommend loosening up and shaking your hips a little bit at least. Now you can just stay here and breathe, take another stretch, whatever you like, but whenever you're ready, find your downward facing dog. Go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips. And as you settle into position, take a look at how you set this up. So hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your palms so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low. Now as you sink your chest down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. And keep that long upward reach of the hips. So as you press the hips up high, draw off the belly, round the lower ribs, hold some tension in your core, and try to lengthen your spine as much as you can. Now as you're pressing up, if your legs are tight, let that tension go. You can always just bend the knees. Or maybe just stay loose with it and pedal out. Let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front, let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in the knees to begin, but then restack your spine. So slowly roll this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips to the floor to your shins. Lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step this back to high plank. Now find your shape, wristing the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep your spine lifted. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as your elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides. And lower with control, all the way down to your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. And we'll take this up and down through low cobras. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now just stay lifted. Keep the lift in your upper body, press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. And work to lift this up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just roll this back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stand the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees up from the mat. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward. And let this help to deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Now lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. And then take a deep inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly and hips up high, back to down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And open your scorpion dog right away. Bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, let your body twist. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, forward and twist, knee to left elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow again, hold here, stay lifted. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the right foot down halfway down the mat and bring the left foot forward next to the right. Now we're setting up for those hops. Press in your palms, dig your fingertips down. Keep your shoulders over wrists and keep looking down. Now high or low, take it back and forth. Press into the floor, hop, clap your feet. Land lightly 3 times. Now after that third hop, step the left foot down between your hands. That's your base foot. Right knee to your chest, round your spine. Take hold of your right knee. And let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, just take a moment, slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, we're going to take this to a standing twist. So right hand to the right hip, left hand outside the right knee. Now pull the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the side. Just stay upright and stay twisted. If you want to go deeper, reach your right arm back and look back toward that right hand. And if you want to take it deeper still, start to lean back, reach with that right hand. Maybe bend a little bit in that left knee with the hips still pressing forward. Keep your twist and keep breathing here. Now slowly, still balancing, turn back to center. Hands to your hips, right knee still lifted. And then switch feet. Bring your right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now once you've got your balance on that right foot, take an eagle bind. Left leg crosses over the right. Squeeze your legs together, sink down. You can always touch the left foot down to the floor if you need that support. But keep your hips low and keep the legs squeezing. Now bring the hands to your low back, interlace the fingers. Palms to touch. Draw the shoulders back. Keep your chest open like this. And we're going to take it back and forth, moving the legs. So I want you to press into your right foot. Bring the left heel up to touch the right knee. Now sink down, and from behind, left knee touches your right calf. Bring it back up again, heel to knee. Sink back down, knee to calf. Bring it up again, heel to knee. And then down one more time, knee to calf. Now stay here, keep your gaze forward, shoulders pulled back. Extend your left leg back, take a warrior three. Now you can keep your body at an angle here, but keep the lifted body in line. Maybe hinge down toward parallel. Try to lower that left hip so it's level with the right. Keep your hips squared and keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bend the right knee, set your left foot down, come into a high lunge stance. And give yourself a moment to adjust. So deep end of the right knee, left leg towards straight with the heel lifted behind. Feet on two separate tracks. Be sure your hips are squared. Pull the right hip back, the left hip forward. Keep your spine tall and keep your shoulders drawn back. And let's take this into the back leg. So from here, take an inhale. With the exhale, dip low into that left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Now exhale, lower one more time and hold here. Just hover the knee above the floor. Keep your shoulders pulled back, look forward. And then pulse into that back knee on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just set the left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you, kneeling lunge. Now keep your hips stacked over your left knee. Right foot still flat. Hips are still squared. Push into the right foot, kick into the left. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, vertical twist, right arm back, left arm forward, twist open to the right. Inhale back to center, arms up high. Exhale, twist again, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to center, reaches high. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward one more time and hold. Now take a half bind, look over the right shoulder, but then bring that arm behind your back, palm face me, keep that shoulder pulled back, keep your twist. And bring the left arm down past the right thigh to help brace this. Now this is good enough. Keep looking back. Keep your chest open to the right. If you want to go further, you can slide that left arm further down the right thigh and deepen your twist, but keep the right shoulder pulled back and keep breathing with this. Everybody, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands down around that right foot and take a low lunge. Tuck the toes, left foot, lift the left knee. Now from here, we're going to bring things into side plank. So the left hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot and then drag the right foot back. Now you can keep your right foot on the floor or stack your legs, but keep your hips up high. Reach your right arm high and just breathe with this. Now if you want to take this further, lift the right leg off the left. And then with your right hand, you can take hold of the big toe, maybe press the knee up high, keep your hips lifted. And if you want to take it even further, maybe extend that right leg up. Just hold. Everybody take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring it back to center. Right hand forward, right foot forward. And then from your low lunge, let's make this into a lizard lunge. So walk that right foot toward the upper right corner of the mat. Both hands down inside the right leg. Now as you look at the right foot, make sure the ankles fold to the knee at least a little bit. Curl the toes up off the floor, keep them curled, and roll to the outside edge so that right knee moves out to the side. Now as you press in your hands, sink your hips down low and pull your chest forward between your arms. Left knee stays low. Try to keep it lifted if you can. You can set it down if you need to. We're going to take this back and forth, opening to the right side. So go ahead, reach your right arm forward and follow that right hand with your gaze. With an inhale, reach your right arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, the right arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale, the right arm back. Exhale, forward one more time. Inhale, reach your right arm back. Now keep looking back and come back to that half bind, right arm behind your back. Palm face me, pull that shoulder back. And go ahead, bring the left knee all the way down, flatten the left foot behind you. Now the toes of the right foot is still curled. Keep pulling that right knee out to the side. Keep that left hip low. Keep it pulling forward, and this is good enough here. Now if you want to take things further without backing up your hips, maybe bend your left knee to lift your left foot and pull the heel toward your seat, but there's no grip here. Your left hip still stays low. It's still pulling forward. Everybody, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands down. Right foot between your hands. Tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, come back to your low lunge, and then step your left foot forward next to the right, come into a forward fold. Now from that, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands, let's take it to crow, palms down. Grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels, and bring the knees to touch your arms. Look forward, lean forward, just go slow. Keep your gaze forward and lean, set the feet lift together, toes to touch heels to your seat. Now for flying lizard, set your feet down. And then let's take this almost the same setup, but this time you're going to wrap your right leg around your right arm. Right foot goes between your hands from the front, both palms down. Left knee on your left arm from behind. Now lift your right foot first and squeeze that arm. Look forward, lean forward, and lift your left foot. You can hold here. If you want to take it further, maybe extend that left leg, keep the right leg squeezing. And then however you want to move through the transition, go ahead, take your vinyasa, and we'll meet in down dog. And once you find your down dog, just pedal out and breathe. Now let's take all that from the other side. So with your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. With your left leg lifted, bend the left knee, hang the left foot right, find that scorpion dog, let your body twist. With the next inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, twist, knee to right elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Now stay twisted and hold here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, just set the left foot down halfway down the mat. Right foot comes forward to meet the left. Now again, palms down, shoulders, wrists. Dig your fingertips down 3 times. High or low, hop, clap your feet. Try to land it lightly each time. Now after that third hop, right foot between your hands, that's your base foot. Left knee to your chest, around your spine. Take hold of the left knee, and let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now once you find your balance, just dig into that right big toe, slow your breathing down. And then move into your standing twist. So left hand to your left hip, right hand outside your left knee. Now keep your spine tall. Pull the left shoulder back, open up your chest to the left side far as you can go. And this might be good enough. Keep your twist and keep your balance. If you're going to go further, you can reach that left arm back, try to look back toward that left hand. Further still, maybe bend that right knee and lean further back into the twist. Now slowly turn back to center. Hands to hips, left knee still lift, just for a moment. And then set that left foot down, come to standing with your right knee high. Now once you got your balance on that left foot, take your eagle bind. Right leg crosses over the left this time. So squeeze your legs together tight, sink the hips down low. You can always touch that right foot to the floor if you need to. And then once you've got that leg bind, hands to your low back, find the grip that feels strange, interlace the fingers. Pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back, keep your chest open, sink your hips low. And then just moving the legs from here. Press into your left foot, bring the right heel up and touch your left knee. From behind, right knee comes down, touch your left calf. Bring it back up, heel to knee. Sink back down, knee to calf. Bring it up again, heel to knee. And then bring it down, knee to calf, hold here. Now when you're ready, extend that right leg back, come into your warrior 3. Bring your lifted body into one long line, maybe more upright, maybe more toward parallel. But keep your left leg strong, lower the right hip, try to keep your hips squared and keep breathing here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just bend the left knee, bring the right foot down behind you, find your high lunge stance. So deep bend left knee, right leg towards straight, right heel lifted behind. Be sure your hips are squared, right hip forward, left hip back, keep your spine tall, shoulders back, keep your chest open. And let's take this into the back leg, so take an inhale. With the exhale, dip that right knee down low. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, straighten. Now the exhale, lower one more time. Stay low and just hover the knee above the floor. Stay tall. Pulse into the back knee on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Just take a kneeling lunge. Hips are still squared. Press into the left foot, kick down into the right. And keep the hips stacked over the right knee. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, vertical twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, reach up high. Exhale, twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale one more time, left arm back, right arm forward. Hold here, stay open to the side and look over your left shoulder. Take your half bind, left arm behind your back, palm facing away, pull that shoulder back. And use the right arm, bring it past your left thigh to help brace the twist. Now this is good enough. Keep your chest open to the left, but if you can go deeper, maybe slide that right arm further down past your left thigh, but keep the left shoulder pulled back and keep breathing into this. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down around that left foot. Now tuck the toes of the right foot, lift your right knee, low lunge. And let's take it from here to that side plank again. Right hand's your base, roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Slide the left foot back. You can keep the foot down, or you can stack the legs. But keep your hips up high, reach your left arm high, and hold here. Now if you want to take it further, lift the left leg off the right. Maybe hold the left knee and point it toward the ceiling. Maybe grab the left big toe and extend the leg all the way up. Hips are still lifted either way. Take an inhale. Now at the exhale, left hand forward, left foot forward. And let's take this to a lizard lunge. So bring that left foot outside your hands and toward the upper left corner of the mat. Nice wide, long stance. Left ankle past the left knee at least a little bit. Curl the toes, left foot up and keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge so that left knee moves out to the side. Now as you press in your palms, sink your hips down low and pull your chest forward between your arms. Now you can drop the right knee down, but keep it lifted if you can. And then reach your left arm forward. We'll open this up to the side. So with an inhale, reach your left arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the left arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the left arm back. Exhale, forward one more time. Inhale, reach your left arm back and hold here. Take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm face away again. Draw that left shoulder back. Keep looking back. Go ahead, set the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you. Keep that right hip low and pulling forward. Keep the toes, the left foot curled, and keep pulling that left knee out to the side. This is good enough right here. Now, if you can go further without backing up your hips, maybe bend the right knee and lift the right foot. Try to pull the heel in close, but there's no grip here. Just keep your hips low and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center, both hands down. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee. Left foot slides behind your hands, bring the right foot forward next to the left, forward fold. From here, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands, let's take it to crow. Palms down, grip the floor, lift your heels and bring the knees to your arms. Look forward, lean forward, just go slow. And as you tip forward, bring the feet up together, toes to touch, heels to your seat. And then for flying lizard, bring your feet down. It's going to be left leg around your left arm, left foot between your hands from the front. Be sure your palms are flat. Right knee on the right arm from behind. Lift your left foot and squeeze the left arm with that leg. Lean forward and lift your right foot. Now maybe stay here, keep that left leg squeezing. Maybe extend that right leg back if you want to go with that. And then however you want to move from here, take it through that transition. And we'll meet in down dog again. All right, then from here, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, come down to all fours, and bring your legs out from underneath you. All right, we're going to take a few poses here that will lead us to 8 angle. And keep in mind, there may be some point where you can't go any further, and that's fine. You don't have to take it all the way to the arm balance. The whole point here is to get further into the hamstrings and deeper into the hips. So just work it as best you can. So let's start this. Left leg straight, right knee bent. And then with both hands, take hold of your bent right leg, squeeze it into the side of your rib cage, and just pull in for a moment. And then from here, set the right foot down on the floor and keep it close. About 1 foot's distance between the right foot and your left thigh. Now, left hand sets at your side, inhale the right arm high. And then with the exhale, lean forward and fold forward inside your right leg. Use your right arm, press it into the right leg to brace this, and bring that right hand to the floor. Push into both hands to keep the forward fold. You can always bend your left knee, but touch your belly to your thigh. And if you can straighten that leg even better, keep the hinge, keep pulling your chest forward. Now, if you're able to take this with the bind, you got the option. You can wrap the right arm around your right leg. Left hand comes from the other side. See about maybe finding that grip. If you can't get it, don't worry about it. Keep the right thigh pulled in. Keep your chest pulling forward. Keep looking forward. And just breathe with this. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your grip. Now bring yourself upright. Keep the right knee bent, but wrap your right arm around your right knee. And then bring the left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Now we're going to cradle the leg here. So bring the shin up toward parallel with the floor. Keep the toes of the right foot curled and keep that foot tense. Sit up straight and just move side to side. Now as you're moving, draw that shin in close. Sit this up tall. And you're trying to bring the stretch into the outer right hip. If you feel twinge in the right knee, don't crank on the leg. Now if you can bring it in closer, you can wrap that left arm around your right foot. Make sure this feels all right with your right knee. And this is basically an upright seated pigeon pose. Now you can always just stay with this, and this is plenty. Now, if you want to go further, I'm going to move this into compass and just take this in stages, stop at any point. So for that, left hand comes to the outside edge of the right foot. Right arm inside the right leg. Use both hands. Work that leg up your arm. And you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder. Just get as close as you can. Now, once that knee's not going to go any higher, press your right arm into your right leg. Right hand to the floor. Now lean into this. Well, bring that right hand out to your side, I should say. So lean into this, and with the leg hooked, this may feel like enough of a stretch already. Now, if you want to go further, just slowly extend your right leg. Keep your grip. And the more you extend, the more you start to look up and open up your chest to the left. Just take this to where you can. All right, now slowly from here, if that leg's extended at all, put the bend back into the knee. And try to keep that leg hooked high on the arm. If it's slid down, work it back up a little bit. And this is where we take the arm balance. So right arm presses into your right leg. Lean forward onto your right hand and keep that leg hooked. And then the left hand comes down outside your left thigh. Try to keep a bit of this fold. So push down to the floor, lift your butt up off the mat. Hook the right foot onto your left leg. And this is elephant trunk, and you can always just stay here. And this is kind of a preliminary for 8 angle. Now, if you're going to take it to 8 angle, it's a few more steps. So bring the ankles together for that. And then bring the inner thighs, squeeze them around your right upper arm. Shoulders move forward, your elbows go back as the legs move out to the side. And you're basically hanging out in chaturanga arms and hovering above the floor. All right, go ahead and bring it down. And keep in mind, just the direction that you're headed toward here. Let's take this on the other side. So this time, your right leg's extended and your left knee's bent. Both hands to that bent left leg, squeeze it into your ribs. Just move side to side for a moment here. And keep that leg bent. Set the foot down, bring it down close. And see if there's 1 foot's distance between your left foot and your right inner thigh. Now, right hand sets behind you. Inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, lean forward and fold inside your left leg. Use that left arm, press into the leg. Bring that hand to the floor. Try to brace this fold. Now, your belly comes down to touch your right thigh. Pull your chest forward, look forward. Bend the right knee if you need to make that contact happen. But just breathe with this. And if you're able to, you can take the bind. You can wrap that left arm around your left leg. Right hand comes around to the other side. And use that bind to deepen the stretch, deepen the fold. Keep the left thigh squeezing in either way. All right, when you're ready, bring yourself up out of this fold. And we'll take this into cradling the leg. So the left arm wraps around your left knee. With your right hand, take hold of the outside edge of the left foot. Now bring that shin to parallel with the floor, curl the toes, and just sit up straight, tall as you can, move side to side, and keep the foot tense. You want the stretch to go into the outer hip and not feel any twinge in the knee, keep in mind. If you're able to take it deeper, you can wrap that right arm around your left foot. But again, just sit up tall, try to bring the shin in close, feel the stretch, and if you wanted to stay here, this is fine by itself. Now to go farther toward compass, take it in stages. Right hand to the outside edge of the left foot, left arm inside your left leg. Work that leg up your arm. And you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulders. Just work it to wherever you can. Now, once that knee's not going any higher, press your left arm into the left leg. Set the left hand down at your side. And if this is good enough, just stay here. Lean into this, and that might be a good enough stretch. If you want to go further, take it slow. Start to extend the left leg, and the more you extend, the more you bring your gaze up and to the right. And again, just take this to where you can. Breathe into this here. All right, slowly, if you extended that leg at all, put the bend back into the knee. Try to keep that leg high up on your arm. If it slid down, work it back up a little bit. And keep the leg hooked. Now, press your left arm into your left leg. Lean forward onto your left hand. And this is where we take the arm balance here. So set the right hand down just outside the right thigh. Try to keep that fold with your chest facing down. Push into the floor. Lift your seat up off the mat. And then the left foot comes underneath the right leg. And this is elephant trunk here if you just want to stay with this. Now, if you're going to take it to 8 angle, ankles together, inner thigh squeeze around your left upper arm. Shoulders forward, elbows back. And the legs go out to the left. And again, you're just hovering above the floor with chaturanga arms here. When you're ready, just bring it all down. And bring yourself up to a seat. Let's take this into a seated twist here, just to get some of that tension out. Bring the right heel outside your left hip. And then step your left foot outside your right thigh. I want to take this to the Lord of the Fishes. Both sit bones down to the floor. Now, you can always do this with the right leg extended if this is too much, or if that left sit bone's more than an inch or two up. Either way, set the left hand down behind you. Inhale your right arm high. And with the exhale, move into the twist. Right elbow past your left thigh. Sit this up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. Use your right arm, press into your left leg, and keep extending up through the top of your head as you're twisting. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this and bring both hands over to your right side. Lightly open up your chest to the right for a moment. And then turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs. Take it the other way. Left heel outside the right hip this time. Right foot steps down outside your left thigh. And again, both sit bones down, sit this up tall. Right hand sets behind you. Inhale your left arm up high. And then with the exhale, move into the twist. Left elbow past your right thigh. Now again, sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder this time. Use your left arm, press into the right leg, and again, keep extending up as you're twisting. Breathe deeply as you can here. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this. Both hands to your left side. Lightly open your chest up to the left. And then when you turn back to center, hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs again. And this time, come all the way down to your back. Once you're down, pull the knees into your chest. Just squeeze everything in. And then let's take it to happy baby. Go ahead, reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Now stack your ankles above your knees. Pull down on both sides. Draw the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs. And press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Work to flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone down low to the floor. And if you want to take it further, you rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw down as much as you can. And with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. When you're ready, start to move again here. Fingers and toes. Arms and legs. And stretch this out. Take an inhale. Reach your arms out long past your head. And then pull it all back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here. Stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And then just let everything go. I thank you for joining class. Namaste.